Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to have a little look at what it actually means to come into the present moment from my own perception, especially when we are manifesting and creating new experiences in our life. So when we come into the present moment means that when we're fully immersed in it, we are totally surrendered to everything that is going on around us. Now, from my own perception, I know I talk a lot about energy and chakras and aligning this energy. And the reason why I do that is because from my own journey, that this is how I have come to understand manifestation and understand how it actually unfolds for me as well. So when we look at ourselves as being energy, it means that that's all that there actually exists in this whole entire universe. And it means that really there is actually no matter around us. And so when we are coming into this assumption, our energy is what is actually being transformed into the matter, and it's what we are actually creating. So when we look at it from this perception, we know then that anytime that we are attaching our energy to our thoughts, they're either going to have a low energy, which will be weak, sad, lonely, all of the feelings that we get when we are low in energy, or they will be in high energy, which means they will be happy, excited, ecstatic, blissful, peaceful, etc. So when we know that we are energy beings and we move through our reality in this kind of energy way of being as well, we know then that we actually are attracting our reality to us from the perception of how we are actually moving through this whole universe, meaning that the perceptions that we create along the way are manifestations in that present moment. And when we are creating perceptions from whatever it is that we're manifesting on this journey, we'll have an idea, we'll have a thought that we are creating, we'll have a visualization that we are sitting down each day and creating in our mind. When we come into the present moment of this creation that we are manifesting into our life, we are ultimately experiencing it in that moment. Now, I know that when we think that, oh, well, I'm not experiencing it because I'm manifesting this person and they haven't showed up, or I'm manifesting this money and it hasn't shown up. But when we actually come into the present moment of the actual manifestation, and we know that we are the energy that is transforming this manifestation into matter, then we know that when we actually come into the present moment, we're surrendering everything and we are letting go in that moment of affirming or visualization or any technique that we are using. We are coming into the present moment of that manifestation. Now, when we come into the present moment, the ultimate realization in the present moment is that if there is only energy and we are actually only experiencing our world through our senses and through this energy, well, then that means that there maybe is nothing that actually exists outside of my mind. So if nothing exists outside of my mind, the realization of this could come into the idea that why am I waking up every day and actually doing things in a way that I am waiting for something to happen? So when we come into this realization of manifestation and we understand that, okay, I'm in the present moment, I'm doing my techniques, I'm doing my affirmations. When I wake up every day and I'm doing these, what am I unconsciously feeling? Am I feeling like I am waiting? Am I feeling like I'm waiting for something amazing to happen in this day in order for me to feel good, in order for me to feel like I manifested something, or in order for me to feel like I am living my life? So I know this all sounds a little bit deep, but when we come into this realization, it allows us to just simply let go of it all, and it allows us to surrender to it all, which means that we are surrendering to the ego in that moment, which means that if we're surrendering to the ego, it means that we can continue with these affirmations in a pleasant way, in a way that we are not actually attached to what it is that we are saying. And if we're not attached to what it is that we are saying, it's going to manifest in a quicker way, probably because of the energy that we are emanating, if that makes sense. Now, I know that the more we focus on something, the more that it grows. However, when we focus on something too much in a way that we are maybe losing sight of other things in our life, there's no such thing as focusing on something too much if it's something that you are wanting to create. However, there has to be a balance to look at the other areas of your life as well too. We can't sit here and actually be manifesting for something to happen right now if the house is falling down, or if the house is on fire, or if, you know, there are ultimate other things going on in our reality, and we sit down and we just focus on this one thing that we want to manifest, rather than actually taking accountability for other things that are going on in our reality as well too. So when we come into the realization that the present moment is all that there is, it means that the more that we go into our visualizations and the more we go into our affirmations, means that we are actually experiencing that manifestation right there and right now. So it means that if we are experiencing it right there and right now, then there's nothing to actually wait for. We can wake up every day and actually make the choice to say, okay, I'm in this relationship right now. I am worthy, I am loving, I am beautiful, my partner loves me, my partner shows up for me, I show up for my partner, we have a great relationship. And this is the little kind of ramp that you have. You move on with your day, and then you go into whatever else is you're manifesting. When things pop up, you know that you can overcome them, because when you come into the present moment and you realize that that is all there is, this is where the choice comes in, and we say to ourselves, okay, am I living in a mode of waiting for this, or am I actually just living in the mode of having it, receiving it, knowing that it is done? So I hope this video makes sense. I just wanted to create a video on this idea of the present moment. It means that when we are in the present moment, we are losing all sense of time and reality, which means that all we are experiencing right there is the energy of what it is that we are thinking or what it is that we are feeling. And this is what we actually can continue to create if we choose to. So sometimes I know that if we wake up in the morning and think that there is nothing in this reality, it may seem a bit pessimistic, because we're thinking, well, what have I got to live for, or what is my purpose? But the purpose is simply just to strive to come into this knowing of your authenticity in the present moment. And the more that we do that, the more that we surrender to it as well too, is the more that life just becomes a little easier each day. It becomes a little more effortless each day. Manifestations show up because you are in that awareness that that's all that there is an awareness of things. And because of that, your awareness is so potent that the synchronicities are coming in so quickly, and you're just seeing them kind of come in a way that you are saying to yourself, oh yeah, that I was manifesting that, it's here, I'm manifesting this, it's on the way. Anything that we have, these assumptions become more positive as we continue to fall into this idea that we're not waiting in the present moment. When we are doing affirmations and routines, sometimes it can feel that we are waiting on something to manifest, but understand that those affirmations and routines are to tell the mind that it's here, it's already here, and all we're doing is really just engaging with the energy of it. And then eventually, obviously, it's going to show up in matter, because what you focus on grows. But sometimes in Earth, there is a movement going on that moves a little slower. We have to move through the 3D in a way that can be perceived as moving slower to catch up to the matter that we are thinking in our mind. So I thought I'd make a video on that. If you have any questions, you can comment down below, and I will chat to you soon.